Good morning. This lesson picks up from where we left off last week, looking at the promotional mix. In particular, I'd like to focus on four elements of the promotional mix, being direct marketing, advertising, sales promotion, and personal selling. Depending on your chosen businesses, you will suggest one, two, or all of the promotional mix elements. The purpose of the promotional mix elements is to increase sales. So we're going to have a look at each of these in turn to see what impact each of the promotional mix elements has on the business and how it works. The first one we're looking at is advertising. This is the conventional method of reaching out to customers and increasing sales. There are four strands here: print, broadcast, social media and digital. The print media that we refer to here is anything that is printed that is shared with customers. So this could be menu cards, letters, posters, flyers, adverts in local newspapers, magazines. So anything that's printed. This still is a popular medium for businesses to use. An advantage is that people like to keep print media. It's something that they can refer back to. However, it can be quite expensive, and people usually, some people would usually just throw away things that come through their front door if it's not personalised and treat it as junk mail. So there are advantages and disadvantages, which is what I'm going to be looking at for each one of these. Broadcast media refers to your TV and radio. TV can be very, very expensive, so usually advertising here is reserved only for those businesses that are national or international. You would not see small local businesses such as Binny's Bakery advertising on primetime TV. However, you may find some of the small local businesses like Rosebery's Bistro, Binny's Bakery, Brett's Trophy Centre taking advantage of the radio adverts which local radios will place, for example, on KMFM. And again, looking at the disadvantage of using a radio advert, if you only catch the end of it, then there's no way of rewinding back to listen to an advert. They are very, very short, 20 to 30 seconds, and you're not really looking or listening out for a particular advert. So are they very effective? That's something that you need to decide on when recommending the different types of promotional mix elements that the business uses. Social media is on the increase. More and more young people and older people now taking to social media. Businesses choosing to interact with their customers using social media. It's relatively cheap, so that's a good advantage for the business using social media. A disadvantage is that some people like to keep social media for their friends and family, and it's very easy for individuals just to block businesses. So if they don't want to hear from you, they can block you. Therefore, you will not be able to access or have access to that particular consumer in the future. And finally, digital. If you're looking at digital TV or anything that's streaming, there are very many channels now where businesses can advertise, so they can quite easily segment the market. So if you're aiming your product, your new toy or gadget, to children, then it's very easy to make that decision as to where you're going to advertise on children's TV, for example. However, this market has been segmented in such a way that there are so many channels for so many different things. Sometimes it's very difficult, and businesses can pay out quite a lot to engage in digital advertising. So that's advertising. So as a pause point here, I want you to think about the different types of advertising that your chosen businesses could engage in, advantages and disadvantages, so you need to investigate all of these, write about the advantages and disadvantages of each, and then recommend what your chosen business could do. Moving on to sales promotion. Sales promotion is another way in which businesses can increase their sales. As it says here, it refers to the short-term use of incentives. So this is not a long-term, it's a short-term, it's to boost up sales. Businesses usually do this for two particular reasons. The first is at the end of a particular period. So if you're coming to the end of summer or the end of winter, you want to shift some of your goods, you will reduce your prices in a sale. The other time they would do this is if there were new products coming in, and they would want to see a surge in people buying the goods. They want to get rid of as many goods as possible, so they're left with not very many at the end of each period. So one example of sales promotion is a sale where businesses reduce the price of their goods. Another way that businesses will increase the number of people buying goods, usually you would see businesses giving products away for free. So, but on the basis that you buy something first. So if you buy a product over a certain amount of money, you will then get a free gift. You usually see this with cosmetics, with a lot of fragrances, etc. Sales promotion also includes taste testing and samples. So you may go into a supermarket and see a new product, a new food product, which you'll see a stall set up where you can try that particular product. Obviously, if it's a new product, new flavour of crisps, for example, they may have them out for you to try to encourage you to buy that particular product. Buy one, get one free. We see this a lot in lower priced goods, especially food products. Here we see some burgers there, buy one pack, get a second one free, to ramp up the sales at a given period of time. And finally, competitions and games. So we have McDonald's here who engage in the McDonald's game, and it actually gets you to buy more because you want those all-important stickers, which you can put on your Monopoly board. Now, some of these will give you a instant prize, so you may get some free fries or a free McFlurry. Others you can collect and get a bigger prize, so a car or a holiday. Basically that gets you to buy more of their products, so you're getting more vouchers in an attempt to win a particular prize. Again, all of these methods are there to increase sales, so get you to buy more than you would normally buy. Again, that was a pause point there. Think about some of those sales promotion methods. What sales promotion methods could your chosen business engage in? Direct marketing is all about communicating and liaising with your customers directly. So a personal approach, using names, using personal contact details, telephone numbers and addresses. So you may send a letter in the post advising customers of an imminent sale. You may ring customers up after sales service, or you may ring them up to let them know about certain products. You may send a text message using their name. You may send letters using their name addressed to their residence. So this shows a personal approach and makes the customer feel valued, again, in the hope that the customer will buy more from you. And finally, personal selling. This is where businesses will have skilled sales staff, and usually you would find this in high-end purchases. So here we have a car sales rep, we have a estate agent, and somebody here selling diamond jewellery. All of these are high-end purchases. Here, tens of thousands, thousands, hundreds of thousands. So you need to invest in people who are going to be able to draw out the features and the benefits of these products, because no one is just going to turn up and buy a ring for £5,000 without finding out how many carats the diamond is and the content of the gold and how many carats the gold has, whether it's a 9 carat or 18 carat or 24 carat gold ring. Similarly with the car, what are the features of the car? What do you get for your money? When you're going to part with £20,000-30,000, what are you actually going to get? So it's really important for businesses to invest in these highly skilled salespeople. However, looking at our two businesses, Beanie's Bakery, Roland's Bistro, very much low-end goods and services. Are you really going to employ highly skilled salespeople to sell your goods? Is it going to be worth you investing in these people? Is it going to make a difference? Again, that's something for you to think about. Pause point. Personal selling. What is personal selling? You need to write about that, give some examples as has been mentioned here on the board, and then suggest in your own words your own personal view. Do you think personal selling is suited to our chosen businesses? So, to end, the task I would like you to do today is to explain each of the promotional mix elements that we have discussed: sales promotion, advertising, personal selling and direct marketing. What are the advantages and disadvantages of each? So when you're explaining them, please put the advantages and disadvantages in. And then finally, thinking about your two chosen businesses, which methods would you suggest and why? So we could do that as you go along throughout the task. If you have any issues, if you have any questions or queries, then please use the contact information you have either through email, through Teams, or through class charts.